18 of Donald Trump's friends and allies, of course, were recently indicted in the state of Arizona for their involvement in the 2020 fake elector scheme in that state. Similar, of course, to what happened in Georgia. Similar, of course, to what happened in Michigan. And Donald Trump was not indicted there, but he was listed in the indictments as an unindicted co-conspirator, which means he did conspire. Charges could be filed. They just weren't. Yet. And that is the key word. Yet. Because according to a legal expert who spoke to Newsweek recently, he believes that those criminal charges will eventually be filed. This is from Daniel Galchinsky, and my apologies if I'm mispronouncing that name. As regular viewers understand, I am horrible with names. So again, my apologies. But he's an attorney and founder of Florida-based company DGIM Law, and he said this about the possibility of Trump getting indicted in Arizona. The prosecutor is not finished. It looks to me like she's a very thoughtful lawyer, very thorough, and she may have believed, for whatever reason, that she didn't have enough information yet to indict President Trump, but I don't think we've seen the end of it. I think a lot of defendants on the current indictment, all she needs is one to say the right things in a cooperation agreement or a plea deal, and I think she'll end up indicting the president too. Now, what I love about this statement from an expert is that that's exactly what I said. That's what I said like 2 weeks ago. So I love to have that little bit of validation here that, the theory I have, other people have it too. But here's the thing. I talked about, I think it was a week ago, whatever. Anyway, I did this segment talking about the fact that there's numerous people that have been indicted as part of the Arizona fake elector scheme that cannot afford lawyers, and they have had to go with public defenders. So that already puts them at a disadvantage due to the caseload work of public defenders, especially with such a high-profile case that they have now, on top of all their other cases. So those people who cannot afford legal representation of their own, the $5,000 an hour lawyers, they're going to be more likely to cut a plea deal in order to avoid, going to prison. But those are low level people out of the total 18. You've got to get your way up past the 18 to Donald Trump at the top, who was not indicted. So you need a plea agreement from somebody at the lower level. And then that person has to be able to flip on somebody maybe a rung or two above the ladder from them. Then you do the same thing. You go to that person and you say, listen, I've now got you dead to rights because this person gave up the game on you. Are you going to double it and give it to the next person? Or are you going to spend the next 5 years in jail? Well, I'd like to make a deal. Wonderful. Then so on and so forth until you get to the top. It's also worth pointing out another person who's said that he's struggling to pay for a lawyer is Rudy Giuliani, who is right at the top right now, along with Mark Meadows. So maybe you can easily get Giuliani to flip. Honestly, given what we've seen from Giuliani in other court cases, he's likely to flip even if he doesn't know that he's flipping because he says stupid things all the time. So there's your hope. But get this. This legal expert says that an indictment for Donald Trump in Arizona is not the only thing we might look forward to. He continued. When he was asked whether Trump could end up being indicted in the Michigan case, Galchinsky answered, Could be. I think the Arizona one is set up that way almost to plan for indicting him. The Michigan one, it's a possibility. So, in addition to maybe a fifth indictment against Donald Trump, this time coming out of the state of Arizona, we still may see a sixth indictment coming from the state of Michigan. And I'll be honest with you, I think a lot of this hinges on what happens in the New York hush money case. Even though they're completely unrelated, if these prosecutors in other states see that it is possible to get a conviction against a former president, again, and even in a totally unrelated case, they see that it's possible and suddenly they start thinking, you know what? Maybe we can, maybe we should. I think that opens up a whole new can of worms for them. You get that first conviction on a felony charge, and suddenly other prosecutors start taking a second look at what they've got in front of them. Hey everybody, I don't know if you've noticed this, but we are closing in on a pretty major milestone here at Fair and Balanced as we approach 500,000 subscribers. But we're not there yet, and we definitely need your support, so if you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel, and don't forget, like and comment on the videos and share them as widely as possible.